Officers have robbery warrants for 3 people who stole tools from a Home Depot and attacked a worker with a metal pipe. Officers have found them, but what they don't know is the suspects aren't going down without a fight.
Stop the car! Hands up, hands up, hands up, hands up! Put the car in park! We got one diver in the back seat! One diver in the back seat! You got one diver in the back seat! Driver's changing! Driver's getting in! Someone's getting in driver's seat! He's gonna try and run! He's gonna try and run! Hit the car! Hit the car! Hands! Hands! Put on the bumper! Grab that off. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
There was a child in the suspect's vehicle, meaning officers now have to deal with a high-speed pursuit as carefully as they possibly can.
Let's go. Man, that doesn't look like the guy, dude.
The one in the backseat? There's another guy in the backseat.
It's work? Yeah. Where's your plug? Where's your plug?
Right here.
See if they work. They're working. We on? We're on. The guy who jumped in the driver's seat, though, didn't look like Mark. The guy who got out of the car didn't look like, was definitely not our guy. Watch curb. Watch curb. Jesus. Jesus Christ. Move, 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 move. Move, move, move! Move! Get out the way! Get out of the way! Move! Move your ass! Move out of the way!
Can you pit this car if I can or no?
Yes, pit the car with the kid in there.
The driver caused several traffic accidents while fleeing law enforcement. He eventually crashed and bailed from the vehicle and ran into a nearby hotel. After a short period of time, he walked back out and surrendered to officers. This officer now takes it upon himself to get the full story from the suspects and to get them to admit to their own crimes.
Moesha, nice to meet you. Stand up. You're under arrest. Yeah, you're under arrest for robbery.
She just fell over on her own, so.
She what?
She just fell over on her own when she stood up, so
okay.
Just be careful.
All right, no worries. Moesha, I got a warrant for you. Just relax. Go, Moesha. Moesha, who bailed out? What's the guy's name? What's his name?
Joshua.
It's Joshua? Where's Mark? Where's Mark? Mark. Where's Mark?
Mark, he's at ambulance.
Where is he?
Ambulance ends. But why you have a warrant for me?
For robbery.
I didn't do it.
Yeah, Home Depot.
I didn't rob Home Depot. I did not rob Home Depot.
Yeah, wearing that same skull cap, too.
I didn't. I swear to God, I didn't.
Okay. You shouldn't have swung a pipe at the guy, Moesha. Why'd you swing a pipe at him? Why'd you swing a pipe at him?
Get it to her. Give it to the
I'll give it to her. Listen, Moesha, you know your rights? Hang on, don't say anything. You know your rights?
Okay.
Do you understand your rights? You have the right to remain silent. You have the right to an attorney. Do you understand that? You have the right to start answering questions and stop at any time. Do you understand? Let me ask you this. Just tell me why you swung a pipe at that man.
Okay, I had swung a pipe because I was scared. I didn't want him to hurt me.
Because you didn't want him to hurt you? Who was with you that day, Mark or Josh?
That was Mark.
It was Mark. Yeah, where's Mark?
He's at ambulance ends.
Okay. Where's Shadarice? The big girl with the longer pipe. Where's she?
She had ambulance in too.
Ambulance in?
Yeah.
What's ambulance in?
That's on 441.
441 and what?
But I shouldn't have no.
Listen, 441 and what?
That's 441 in Davie.
And what?
In Davie.
And Davie? Why are they there?
I guess that's what they say. But
Okay, listen, the 3 of you that day shouldn't have swung pipes at the guy. You should have just taken the merchandise and left, okay? You swung pipes at him, and when you swung pipes at him...
apologize? Listen, I have kids right now.
Listen, Moesha,
listen,
look at me. Look at me. Stop talking. Stop talking. I want you to understand something. When you swung the pipe at him, you elevated the crime. Do you understand that? Okay.
I apologize.
Mark didn't have a pipe, but Shadarice did.
Can I apologize? Because
I will call them and ask them if you can apologize, okay? Put your feet in for me. All right, listen. You know why you're in cuffs, right?
No.
For the robbery at Home Depot where you pulled the pipe out, okay? Don't say anything else. I got to tell you what your rights are. You understand that?
Yes.
Listen, you got the right to remain silent, refuse to answer questions. You understand?
Yes.
You have the right to an attorney. You understand that?
Yes.
Okay, you can start talking to me and stop at any time. Do you understand? Listen to me. Listen to me.
I know
you've never been arrested before. I know that. Listen.
No.
Listen, Sharice, listen. When you pulled the pipe out, you scared that guy.
I was scared too because I didn't know
you were
what was
scared
going.
too.
Yes, I didn't know what was.
But you elevated it to a robbery when you did that. All right. I know it wasn't your plans to do that. Listen, we're gonna go back to the police department. We're gonna talk about it. Mark was with you that day. Where's Mark?
I don't know. Mark wasn't.
Who was driving the car that day?
Mark wasn't there. I know who Mark is.
Who was driving the car that day?
Mark.
Listen to me. Who was driving the car the day you guys had the pipes at Home Depot? Was it Josh? Listen, do you want to work with me or not? Was it Josh?
Yes, but I'm scared.
All right. Okay. Can we put her in a car someplace? All right, listen to me. Honesty is the best policy. Listen to me. The 3 people that were at Home Depot that day. You, Moesha, and who was the 3rd driver? Who was the guy?
But Mark was never there.
Okay, who was the guy driving?
It was
who? It was this guy that was driving today? Josh? Okay, sit tight.
Excuse me.
Sit tight. Okay, look at me. All right. Listen. Remember your rights, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm gonna ask you another question. Okay. Here's the question.
Yes, sir.
Josh. Was he with you in Chatteris that day?
Josh was there too.
He was the one driving.
Yes.
Okay. He didn't have the pipe. He was the one loading the merchandise.
Yes. Can I kiss?
I'm gonna let you kiss your baby because you're being honest and you're cooperating with me. Okay. You can kiss your baby, but don't get out of the car.
Right now.
Okay, baby.
We should listen to me. There's nothing I can do about you going to jail right now. Okay? Do you have any more of the merchandise that you took that day?
I didn't have anything. I didn't take any.
Have you been to a Home Depot since that day?
No, sir.
What did you do with the merchandise that you guys took?
They sold it. They sold
To who?
it. They took it to some guy. Please don't take me to jail.
Okay. I have a warrant for your arrest. There's nothing I can do. The warrant's in the system, and you pulled the pipe out on a guy. But listen, I'm going to note your cooperation in my report. All right? I'm going to note your cooperation. It was you, Chatteris, and Josh, right? That's why Josh ran today? All right, hang tight. Josh, how we doing? My name's Josh. First of all, let me just get this out of the way so my bosses don't get upset with me, okay? Let me read your rights. You understand what they are? You have the right to remain silent, refuse to answer questions. You understand that? You start answering questions and stop at any time and ask for an attorney. You understand that? Josh, I had a gun pointed at your head. You had kids in the car. What were you thinking? Okay, you know why we're even coming to stop you today? You have no idea why? Then why would you take off running? Scared of what? Yeah, because we're the damn police. You see we're the police, man. You know what this is about? You're gonna laugh. You ready? This is about the Home Depot hit that you made with fucking Moesha and Chatteris over there the day after Christmas. That's what this is all about. Can you believe that? That's what this is about. The Home Depot tools. We didn't have the Home Depot tools and your girls had to pull out the pipes and swing the pipes at them and then you threw the card at them that day. That's what this is about. Can you believe that? And what was that? How much money did you make on those tools? What's that? I can't hear you. You were there. You were there. They've already said you were there and I got your ID down there. You're 2 girls, plus I got your ID. The whole thing's on video. You don't remember being at Home Depot? That's what you're going to go with? Now you're just hurting yourself. Because now you're not standing up and acting like a man here. All right, you play that game. We'll talk about it later. Put your knee in there. No, you're going to jail, bro. This is jail. No, going to jail. You can't wreck 3 cars, drive like that from the police, almost run me over with a car, almost force me to shoot you in the head, and then expect me to let you go. You drove the car at me. You hit my partner's car.
No, he hit me.
I was standing there in front of you.
You ran into the car, sir.
You know, you're very lucky because your daughter was sitting right behind you, and if I was an inch or 2 to the left or to the right if I fired that gun, I would have hit your kid.
I have not.
That's why you're still alive.
You ran into that car, sir.
All right, come back. Done talking to you. All right, Chatteris.
Yes.
Listen, you still remember your rights, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
I want
to be clear on a couple things, okay? We're gonna talk about this when we get back to the PD, all right? But I want to be clear on a couple things. You, Moesha, and who was driving the car that day?
It was Josh.
The hoodie that you were wearing that day. You know what your mistake was, right? You didn't cover yourself up quick enough.
I just don't want to go to jail. I'm sorry.
I know. Are you sorry for what you did?
Yes, I'm sorry for everything. I'm sorry for what I did that day.
Why the day after Christmas? That's you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's you? Okay.
It's just that every time I'm just scared.
All right, hang on. So that's Moesha. That's Josh? Am I right? Yes?
Yes.
Okay.
I would love for her to have the phone, my baby.
Okay. Relax for a second here. Is this the same little head thing you're wearing today? or did you change head things? That's the same one, right?
That's
Okay.
not me.
That's you.
Let me see.
That's you, girl. And that's Josh.
Oh, let me see again.
And that's Shutteries.
But that's not Pookie.
She said it was her.
Let me see.
That's her, girl. That's her.
Hey, get
She's
that black phone and give it to my oldest daughter.
Okay, I'll tell you what. I'll take care of that. Where's the black phone at? With you? I'll take care of it.
Yeah,
okay,
it's
but
right.
listen. I'm gonna have to take your head thing because
Go
you were
ahead.
wearing it that day and that's evidence. Just leave it on for now. But listen, the pipe that you had that day, is it in the car right now? Did you pull it out of your pants or jacket or wherever you pulled it out of? Is that in the car?
Throw that junk away.
You threw it away? Okay. All right, watch your feet for a sec.
Hey, can you please?
I'm gonna work on it.
It's right.
You okay with your daughter going with your mom?
Yes!
Okay. That's what I'm gonna do.
She with her? She here?
She's on her way.
Thank you, Jesus!
Josh, the male suspect, had previous warrants for resisting and obstructing, uttering forged bills, petty theft, 2 more counts of resisting, obstructing, robbery, possession of Udalone, a synthetic drug, and retail theft. For this case, he was charged with 2 counts of armed robbery, 2 counts of child neglect, 2 counts of fleeing, eluding with disregard to public safety, and 1 count of fleeing, eluding by failure to obey an order to stop. While charges for the other 2 females are not found in the report, it is presumed they were also charged with armed robbery. They are all innocent unless proven guilty in a court of law.
Now, some people steal to get ahead, and others steal and swing metal pipes at people that's trying to stop them, which then turns it into a robbery. And that's not desperation, that's straight violence. And when you add that kind of rage to a group of people already wanted on warrants, you already know that this could go anywhere. And you would think that when suspects are surrounded by police, it should be over, but this was just getting started. But the question is, what kind of person weaponizes a child's presence to try and escape justice? And the sad part is, these people are everywhere. And these officers were not just confronting violent suspects, they were stepping into a situation where one wrong move could cost a child their life. And that's the kind of pressure that doesn't just show up on paperwork or body cam commentary, and it lives in the pit of a cop's stomach. And still, these suspects hit the gas, forcing their way through patrol cars, hoping that these officers would just back off. But how do you safely stop a fleeing suspect who's using a child to get away? Do you box them in tighter and risk a crash? Or do you chase them and risk the child getting caught in the chaos? So there's no playbook for this, just instinct training and composure. But sometimes officers do show righteous anger like we saw today, especially when a child's involved. And these weren't just criminals, they were a threat to anyone in their path. But then the tears come like a bad movie stuck on repeat. And these suspects brought nothing but chaos and cowardice. And that's what separates criminals from cops. And hate them or not, that's why cops are cut from a different cloth.